Hey guys, I'm back. So sorry I've been gone. I am so excited to be back here with you guys. Obviously, we've all been going through a lot of stuff, and I can kind of get into where I've been and what's been going on in my life. So I'm super excited to sit down with you guys and just chit chat a little bit. We're gonna play with quite a bit of new makeup. I have all of these things, you guys can even see in this bucket. I have all these things that I got pre-pandemic. So I've collected a few different projects in here, and today I really just want to take a few of the things out of here that I've really been looking forward to using. I'll be honest, it was a little weird setting up for today. I was like, I don't even remember how to do this, but so bear with me if it's a little awkward. Well, more awkward than usual, but let's go ahead and jump right in. So I picked a few things out of the magic bucket. I just wanted to tell you guys about a couple of them that we're going to be using. We're going to try out the Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur CC Cream. This will be my first time trying any Thrive Cosmetics. And I've got the Zoeva Scream Queen palette that I got in my BoxyCharm box. This looks so beautiful, you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek here. All right, so you guys can see here, it's just this beautiful blend of like almost like dusty muted colors, and I love that this packaging is like kind of art deco. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that with the lights. There we go. What I'm most excited to try out is the Ophir Cosmetics Chick Lit Blush. This is the collaboration with Samantha March, and I love watching Samantha here on YouTube. She is so sweet. She's a Midwestern girl just like me, and I was just so happy to support her in her collaboration. So I got this the day that it launched, and I haven't used it. Can you believe that? So these are a few of the things we're going to try, and I have quite a few other new products to try out, but I just wanted to give you a heads up of a little bit of what I'm going to be trying out today as I catch up with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Like I said, I've never tried any Thrive. I'm super excited to try this one out. I hope I got the right color. They were doing, I saw an advertisement on, I think it was on Instagram, for 20% off your first order. Thought it would be a really good way to pick up a couple of their cult favorites. So we'll go ahead and check this one out. I did get it in medium beige, and this does have a broad spectrum SPF 35 as well. And I do also have my skincare already on. So I've got my moisturizer and sunscreen already on. So this will just be that extra dose. So I'm not sure, this might be a little bit dark, but we can probably make it work. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, oh, maybe not. That's the nice thing about like medium coverage products like CC creams, is even if the shade isn't spot on, you can still, you know, kind of make it work because it's more sheer. I hope you all are doing really well. I know life right now is a little crazy. I feel like we're kind of getting used to the new normal a bit. So for me, for those of you that don't know, I am a salon owner. I have my own salon studio here in Wisconsin, and we were mandated to shut down, let's see, I think it was like March 21st or 22nd, something like that. So I have not been working as far as my business goes since then. And today it is May 5th, so obviously that's a good long while, and my boyfriend Jeremy is also self-employed and hasn't really been working either. So we've had a lot of time together, which in all honesty has been great. We've gotten quite a few projects done, but I'll be honest, in the beginning, I mean, right before we were shut down, I had actually made the decision, was like Wednesday night, I decided that I would shut after Friday, and then Friday afternoon we got the mandate from the state. So it ended up happening anyway, and it was a stressful time those last couple days just because I was really trying to up my sanitation even more than normal. For those of you that don't know, like in the beauty industry, we really have a strict set of guidelines for sanitation that we have to adhere to anyway, but I was really trying to make sure to wipe down every surface and sanitize and disinfect every surface when people would leave, which is again gonna have to be the way it is when we reopen. And you know, I was just trying to keep everybody, myself, my guests, as safe as possible. So that will be the world that we re-enter, and it's going to be, you know, a little bit different. It's just more of the same, I guess I would say. Obviously we will have to be wearing masks, possibly gloves. You know, I don't really know what Wisconsin's going to mandate yet, but it's going to be a whole different world. And, you know, as far as being home, on the most part, it's been good. I mean, we've been trying to get things done that we wouldn't have had time to do. Like I said, I think that there have been many great days. There have also been some truly stressful days. I know I've had days where I've just been super sad and cried, and I'm sure you guys are all going through the same thing for similar or different reasons. Everybody has, has their story right now. And I really thought the moment that, I found out that I wasn't going to be working, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a good time to work on my YouTube channel. I'll have time to put up 2 videos a week, if not more. And obviously that hasn't happened because it's been 6 weeks or so since I have filmed. And in all honesty, it just didn't feel authentic. I just wasn't in that space. And I chose to do some other things. I did actually, Paul Mitchell approached me and another group of people to be able to do some digital content for our social media channels, which is great. If you guys don't know, I'm also an educator for Paul Mitchell. And that was wonderful. I felt like, I had a little bit of purpose there, and it really helped me keep my game going and keep my hairdresser hands in the game. So I've continued to do that, which has been great, and it's been so wonderful to see our beautiful hairdresser community. So part of it was that. Part of it was, I'm here in my office, by the way. Obviously, you guys can tell this is a little bit of a different backdrop. I moved my filming equipment up to the office so I'd have more room. I realized that I'm not doing any makeup right now. Hold on, let's take a look. Sorry, I'm starting to chat. So I think that coverage is very light. I obviously didn't put a lot on, but I don't want to put too much on and then have it be too dark. So I'm going to sit right there. It feels really nice. The coverage is pretty light for the amount that I put on. So if you guys are looking for something that just has that little bit of coverage, this might be a nice one. Of course, all of these products, I will come back when I've used them more and give you a little heads up, probably in a review roundup, or maybe some of these will make it into a favorites video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some concealer, and then I'll keep going with my story. But I'm gonna use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm gonna use one of their new blending brushes. I got the set of 5. I think I'm gonna take the detail brush just because this point will probably get really nice into the areas that I want to conceal. So we'll try this guy. I'm gonna get him damp, and I'll go ahead and put the prices of everything new up on the screen today. In all honesty, I bought most of these so long ago that I don't even remember how much they were. Yeah, so here I am up in my office because I moved all of my filming equipment into the office where I have more space to be able to do some hair tutorials and different things. So I also just moved my vanity up here. I think we might be changing this into a little bit more of a filming space for me. I think it will be completely different than it is right now. This is sort of just like a little makeshift area, but that will be coming down the way. I had all my filming equipment up here. It wasn't in my normal area that I have it, where all my stuff was. So those are all excuses as to why that I wasn't filming. But in all honesty, it just, like I said, it just didn't feel authentic. I felt like there were more pressing things, and in all honesty, taking the time to film for my hairdresser community really meant a lot to me. Not only did I find that it was really therapeutic for me, but I'm hoping that it was helpful to people, and so I've really been enjoying doing that. But as time has gone on, I've just been ready to really have fun and celebrate makeup again. So it's something that I really have started to miss, and I know we are all, most of us anyway, are having less income in our families right now, so it's really buckling down and paring down the budget. I myself, because I haven't worked for 6 weeks, I'm in the same boat and probably won't be working for at least 8 weeks. So I think that I think it's a time to celebrate what we have, but there's certainly nothing wrong with purchasing a few things if that's within your budget. And I think that there's been this weird shaming going on in the beauty community right now too. It's like, if you are buying too much new, then, people think you're ridiculous. If you're not buying anything, then people get kind of bored. So it's this weird balance. And I just say, do what you want and what you can with your current situation in life. So I was just sort of ready to get back to talking a little bit about makeup. So I'm liking the sponge. It feels just like the other ColourPop sponge. I think it's just the shape So this is pretty nice. I can't wait to try out a few more of those since there is 4 other ones. So I'll definitely update you guys on that. Next, we're going to go in with this Wander Beauty Trip for Two blush and bronzer duo that I got. So I'm actually just going to use the bronzer from this because I have that blush to use, but I honestly don't have high hopes for this when it came in. I mean, doesn't that kind of look, it looks like a sort of weird, odd, silvery color, and it is incredibly light. I don't consider myself very dark skinned, but when I swatched this, you guys probably won't even be able to see it. It's like a shade darker than my skin tone on my inner arm, which is, I would assume, like lighter than my face. So we're gonna try this out just to try it out. Like I said, I don't have high hopes. The Bellini blush does look really pretty, but I want to use Samantha's blush. I just thought I would try this out before passing it along to a friend who is fairer than I. So I picked this up during the BoxyCharm pop-up. If any of you guys aren't familiar with BoxyCharm, it's a subscription like beauty box, but they do a pop-up store where you can purchase items for a discount. And I think that this was like at least 50% off, 40% off, something like that. So I thought I would give it a go. I'm a good, I love a good bronzer and blush, and I thought that this would be nice to travel with, but boy, I don't really see much of a difference. I'm going to take a little bit of this and just sweep it across my lid, just across the whole thing, almost to set concealer down and get us ready for some eyeshadow in a bit. Yeah, this is like maybe a shade darker than my skin. So this will be getting passed along to someone. If you are one of my fair-skinned friends, feel free to reach out to me and I'll pass this along to you. So now for what I've been so excited for, the Ofra and Samantha March Chick Lit Blush. If you guys haven't been watching Samantha, you should be. She's great. I will link her channel in the description below, but for this Chick Lit Blush, you have 2 sides. You have a shimmer and a matte. So this blush feels super creamy. So I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see those swatches there, but it looks super pretty. It's almost like this is it has like a slight dusty rose tone to it, the shimmer side, and the matte side is definitely like a creamy, peachy, but not too peach shade. So I can already tell, spoiler alert, but I can already tell that I'm probably going to like this. I think what I'll do first is go through with the matte side and then go through with the shimmer over the top, just so we can really see how these colors look. I will say it's very soft because it is so creamy, so you'll want to probably go through with a like nice fluffy brush so that you don't pick up too much pigment. And of course you can go ahead and swirl both of these together. I thought I would just try it this way first. I guess I'm okay with, not having much bronzer on today because this blush is going to be stronger, and then that way it'll just sort of balance out a little bit. So now I'm going to go through with the shimmer over the top. Ooh, that's pretty. It definitely has a more rosy tone to it. I have a lot of blush on now. I just keep packing it on as I'm talking. Maybe I should have stopped for a minute, but that's all right. I like a good blush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush with nothing on it to kind of blend this out a little bit. Yeah, that is so pretty. I could see just using this on a day where you want something quick and you're trying to like skip a few steps in your beauty routine, but you still want to look really put together, because this almost creates a highlight. It's definitely on the verge of being too deep for a highlight on me, but you get that really nice like shimmery look. So I really like that. I'm all about lots of blush in the spring and summertime. I think it just gives you that like fresh cheeked look. So I was going to go through with this iconic London highlighter drops. Let me see how like highlighty these drops are. So I got this in my BoxyCharm box. I'm a sucker for a good cream product. Should we try it? All right, why not? Let's just pop a little bit over the top. I am going to be shining today, just taking that detail sponge just to kind of press that in a little bit. Oh, that is like electric. Do you guys see that? It like isn't blending out. It's so if I apply this again, I will definitely put it onto my sponge first and then onto my face, because I feel like it just gave me like a racing stripe, and it dries down pretty quick, so there's not really like a lot of like time to blend. I can't tell if you guys can see that in the camera. I'm gonna have to play with the lighting and my camera settings up here. I feel right now like it might be slightly overexposed, but I'll have to play around like I said, and hopefully in the future we'll get this perfect in this room. I don't know, I like it. If you like a really strong highlight though, these drops might be for you. Again, this is the iconic London Illuminator. This is in the original. I don't know how many shades that they have, but it's a pretty one. It's just very striking. So, all right. Definitely the blush for me. I'm so glad that I got it. I couldn't be happier. I really wanted to pick up her entire collection, but I'm really trying to limit myself. Thank you, Sam. This is a beautiful blush. I will cherish it in my collection. And I say thank you, Sam, like, you know, she personally sent me one or something. But I bought it from Ofra, but I do really like it. Thank you, Sam, for creating the blush. It's a beautiful shade. So now I'll go ahead and set my face. I'm going to put on my eyebrows and I'll be right back and we can finish up. All right, I've got my brows on, definitely feeling a little more finished. I went a little bit stronger. I just used the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Anastasia Brow Gel. That's not my favorite brow gel, but I'm trying to get through it. And I figure right now while I'm at home, most of the time is the perfect time to get through some of that stuff. So I honestly, on most days, have really just been not wearing any makeup, or if I do, it's been a very quick concealer, just because I have so much like redness around my eyes. Concealer, and then some gimme brow and some mascara. That's been like most of the time what I'm doing. So it's been so nice to get a little bit more glammed up today. Now we'll go through with the Screen Queen palette. So from what I can see here, all of these shades are shimmers other than this first one, which is Hollywood influenced. So what I did is I pulled out my trusty, I believe this is Libra, I always forget which one this is, but this is my favorite shade from the Kathleen Lights ColourPop Zodiac palette, and I think this will go really nicely with this. So between those two mattes, we'll be able to do something really nice and sheer. So I'm just taking that matte shade, which is Hollywood influence from the Screen Queen palette, and just popping that up on my brow bone. Oh, I also took a few of these lavish brushes that we got in our BoxyCharm box this last month, I believe. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for these, but we'll see. This pencil brush feels kind of scratchy, but we'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to just lay down some color on my lid. I will say these Zoeva colors look really pretty. I'm going to go through with Remarkable Chameleon. I feel like my lids are really dry right now, so I probably should have gotten this wet of fallout from this. So as I'm going through, I'm not going to be doing anything like remarkable, so it's not like I'm sharing an eye tutorial with you guys, but I hope you're all doing super well. Like, I definitely find that it's been nice to get to catch up with people via social media or texting, you know, even some of the girls from the building with our salon suites. It's been nice in our Facebook group just to really like share our experiences with each other, and, you know, friends to be able to connect with. I hope that this makes us all realize how important our relationships are when you realize that, you know, you're not able to see people, and, you know, that distancing, hopefully we find the value in that and we don't take that for granted when we're all able to get together again, because I am certainly missing people. I am a social creature by nature. I definitely feel like I'm also an introvert sometimes, but I do like that social aspect, especially in my career, and I haven't been getting that. You know, it's one of those things that I am not going to take for granted, is being able to touch base with people and that personal connection. And I know that, you know, we will still be avoiding actual physical contact for quite some time. But man, you know, I feel like most hairdressers are very like physically connected people. We're huggers. it's a hard world right now to be in where you're not able to touch people. So I think that, you know, that definitely has played a little bit into my mental health, and it's like, wow, you just feel a little bit disconnected from everybody. But I hope you guys are, you know, doing the best with your situation right now. I know we are trying to, like I said, it's been great being home with Jeremy, and we've really been knocking some things off the to-do list that it's like, oh, someday we'll have time to do this, and someday is now. And so we've been doing some things out in the yard. I have never been so sore in my life from those days. I think I took out a bunch of hostas and replanted them all over our property. We have this area out front that, you know, really had been neglected for a while, and so it was at first like, oh, let's just put a little TLC into this and get this cleaned up, and then it became like, oh, let's regrade it, and then we'll redo the rock wall, and so it became this like huge landscaping project. But I think it's going to be so nice when it's all done to be able to really enjoy. So I hope you guys have been, you know, really getting some things done too. Now I'm just using that ColourPop shade in the crease to just kind of deepen this up a little bit, just that matte one. Of course, we've also been like, you know, every average household out there watching a little bit more TV or, you know, Netflix or whatever. So we've been doing that. We've been playing some games. It's also been so nice, you know, I feel blessed that we do have 2 roommates, and so it isn't just Jeremy and I here at the house. We've had 2 roommates to still socialize with and, you know, do some things with. If you guys saw on my professional Instagram page, I gave my one roommate a new makeover, brand new bright hair, and she looks so great. So that was a lot of fun. It's been nice for me to have hair, like actual live human beings to work on. So that was really fun. Also, I don't think that I've talked about it yet because I was going to kind of get it up and going and mention it to you guys, and then things just kind of obviously haven't been happening. But I did start an Instagram account for my channel here, and just more like beauty and makeup focused, and that is Keep Beauty Real. I'll pop it down here. So I have my Kelly Rettenberger Instagram, which is really more pro hair based. I mean, I also share some different personal stuff on there too, but I wanted to have another channel really where people can come and see more beauty focused. I mean, hair is beauty, but you know, skincare, makeup, all of that stuff, and a little bit more like relaxed channel to be able to share different content on. So I have both of my channels. Feel free to follow one, both, whatever you would like, or none, but I would love it if you'd come follow me. So, where the heck was I going with that? I almost feel like I need to like rewind this video to see where I was going with that. I'm looking forward to getting some content up and doing some quick little videos for that Instagram account as well. I know that like I love Instagram, and so I'd like to be able to share a little bit more content over there as well. Boy, this brush isn't doing too bad. It's definitely not the most luxurious brush though. I will definitely say that. I'm taking Transformative Power, which is this like hazy brown color, and just running that through the corner. I think these shadows are beautiful. I'm definitely going to be interested to try them wet to see if you get a little bit more of that reflective quality and maybe reduce some of the kickback, because these aren't a really creamy formula, which is okay. Yeah, that just kicked up a lot of that dark color into my eyeball. And so now they're a little irritated. So beautiful palette, dusty shadows. Just be careful. Now we can talk a little bit about the mascara. So if you watched my recent video where I said 5 things that I'm saying no to, and it was 5 things that I'm not purchasing this year, mascara was one of them. However, when Thrive had their 20% off your first order, I really wanted to take advantage and try the Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. This is like a cult favorite. I really wanted to try this tubing mascara, and I figured I'm just gonna break down into it. So I broke my own rule. So this is a tubing mascara. If you're not familiar with that, what it does is it essentially encapsulates your lashes, and then when you go to wash your makeup off, you just use warm water and pressure to almost like pull the tubes off of your lashes, if that sort of makes sense. I've used tubing mascaras before. So it's, you know, water resistant. So like if you are tearing up or, you know, your eyelashes get wet for any reason, you should be able to just lightly blot and not have any like smearing. It almost feels like you're like pulling your lashes off when you, I mean, it doesn't feel like that, but that you end up with these little like spiders when you remove those tubes. So it can seem a little scary, but don't worry, your lashes aren't coming off. It's just the tubes around your lashes. So it does have a very like, let me put this up here for you guys, very short rubber bristles on the brush. All right, so I zoomed you guys in so you could see the mascara. I'm not sure, like, as for a tubing mascara, it is definitely more volumizing than what I'm used to. It did clump up a little bit though, and I don't know if it was just me applying it. I'm gonna have to do a little research here, but I also definitely found that I was getting like little flecks on my eyes more, like I was making a mess on my eyelids more than usual. I don't know if it's just that brush that I'm not used to it, but they did thicken up pretty nicely. I hope that they help keep a curl. I know that Emily Noel has used this as her lower lash line mascara for a while now, and that really is something that I was interested in too, because obviously whenever salons are able to reopen here in Wisconsin, we will have to wear masks. And so I know just from the few times that I've been out, like going to the grocery store, when I wear that mask, just like it gets sort of hot and damp just from, you know, your breath, right? So I'm worried that my lower lashes will kind of smear around, because I do plan on wearing eye makeup when I go back to the salon. So I would like to see how this holds up, so I will definitely keep you guys updated. So now we just have lips to do. I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, I picked up a little mini Pillow Talk lip pencil, because you guys know that I love that. And then it came with this little mini Pillow Talk liquid lipstick. Not liquid lipstick, just regular lipstick. This is a really nice like mauve-y nude pink shade, so I'm just gonna throw this on and we'll see what we think. So first of all, I love this packaging. This is the same, this is actually the Very Victoria shade. This is the full-size packaging. It's rose gold, it's shiny. Of course it's gonna be right up my alley. This actually feels pretty creamy, which surprises me because it is like more of that like matte color. My lips right now are really chapped. When we were outside in the yard, I think I was just like biting them and licking them just as we were running around, and I need to make sure that I keep a lip balm on me outside at all times. So my lips have been pretty dry, but I love this shade. I didn't put on any lip liner, which is funny because I love that Pillow Talk lip liner, but I'm just going for a little bit softer, like less fussy effect. So let's go ahead and get some facial mist on. I'm gonna use the Glisten Up Mist from Fourth Ray, and we'll pop this on. What do you guys think? Like I have to say that highlight has kind of grown on me now that I got it blended out. I think it would definitely help to put it on your sponge first before, and don't go through with your fingers. I'm extra glowy because between the highlight and the Samantha March blush, I've got that extra glow going on, but I don't mind it. It's very like springy, dewy, fresh. Definitely not overly impressed with that Wander Beauty bronzer. That's really a bummer. I like this BB cream. Next time I wear it, I'm gonna do maybe like 2 layers of it to see, but what do you guys think? My skin looks really nice and radiant, but it doesn't have a lot of coverage, which isn't necessarily a problem for me, especially right now when I'm just chilling out at home. All right, so now that you're a little further away from my face, out of all the things that I used today, I think that the star winner has got to be the Ofra Samantha March Collection Blush. This was my favorite. I am going to love using that in the future. I am really excited to see how this mascara wears. I'll let you guys know and update you. The eyeshadow palette I think is so pretty. I just wish it wasn't so dusty. I'll play with it a little bit more, use the shadows with a damp brush, see if that helps. And I do think it's really pretty. I have another shadow palette that I want to use that I got from BoxyCharm, and that's the Fenty Beauty, I believe it's Moroccan Spice palette. But I think I'm going to use that one in my next video because I'm so excited. I got the Fenty Cream blushes and bronzers to share with you guys, so I thought I would just do a review of those. We'll use them, and then I'll just finish up my face using all of the Fenty things that I got in my BoxyCharm box. So that'll be coming up soon. I really feel great getting to sit down with you guys and play with makeup again. It's been a lot of fun for me. Please let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see coming up soon. Now that I'm up here, I've got my space ready to roll. I'd love to create some content for you guys. I hope you're all doing so well. Please know that I'm thinking of you, and I will see you really soon.